From CBS News Bay Area, this is the Morning Edition.
It's the first time in American history that a former president has been indicted on federal charges.
Another unprecedented moment in U.S. history. Former President Donald Trump indicted for a second time. The latest charges involving classified documents and what this means for the upcoming election. Amanda.
A lot to get to with that, Jocelyn. And Governor Newsom, he launched a campaign for a gun control amendment to the U.S. Constitution. The likelihood of it succeeding on a national level, that's coming up.
Also this morning, Amanda, the A's pitch to build a brand new ballpark in Vegas Strip. Well, it's stalled out for now. How fans are now stepping up to the plate. Darren.
Cloudy out there this morning. The marine layer is a lot more determined to get noticed. It's widespread. But it doesn't stick around all day. I'll show you what happens when it finally melts back and what's up with this small chance of rain over the next 2 days. We'll look at that coming up.
And it's Friday, so the freeways are pretty quiet, but a lot going on this weekend, so you certainly want to plan ahead as you make your weekend plans. I'll tell you what to look out for coming up.
Developing this morning, just as former President Donald Trump tries to take back the White House, he has been indicted for a second time, this time on charges stemming from the federal investigation into his handling of sensitive government documents after he left office. It's a historic moment in the midst of the 2024 presidential race. 2 U.S. officials confirmed the charges to CBS News, as did Trump's attorney. Trump is the first former president in U.S. history to face federal charges. Now, this is just months after he was indicted by a Manhattan grand jury for making hush money payments to adult star Stormy Daniels. Trump on Thursday posted on Truth Social. He said he has been called to appear at the federal courthouse in Miami on Tuesday. 2 sources familiar with the matter confirmed the arraignment to CBS News. Trump's attorney Jim Trusty told CNN he's being charged under the Espionage Act. The 7-count indictment comes after a special counsel probe into the former president's alleged mishandling of classified documents at his Mar-a-Lago resort in Florida. But here's an important piece to this. Legal analysts say the where in the story is significant. A Florida courtroom means a Florida jury pool.
It's probably a more friendly place for Donald Trump. On the other hand, a conviction in Florida will be unimpeachable by the Republican side.
Trump maintains his innocence. In a statement, Trump said, quote, "I never thought it possible that such a thing could happen to a former president of the United States who received far more votes than any sitting president in the history of our country and is currently leading by far all candidates, both Democrat and Republican, in polls of the 2024 presidential election. I am an innocent man," end quote. Now, what many are wondering, what does this mean for the 2024 presidential election? Professor of law at UC College of Law, SF, Rory Little, answers whether he can still run for president.
Well, he can definitely run for president. There's nothing in the Constitution that prevents him from running for president. If he were impeached and then convicted, he could be barred from holding public office. But he can't be impeached now because he's out of office and he wasn't convicted. So he can run.
Well, he adds that he imagines a judge will set a trial date, but even that may not hold. He thinks it's possible we may not see a trial till after the election. We'll be talking with Astrid Martinez live from New York in the next 30 minutes. We have updates for this on air, online, and streaming on CBS News Bay Area. And of course, for more on this historic development, head to our website, KPIX.com. Amanda.
Let's take a live look outside for you on your Friday morning. Good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. We always appreciate having you here. We are heading into the weekend. TGIF to everyone. Let's toss it over to Darren Peck for what we can expect.
A great start. You see that from that camera you were just showing, Amanda. It's the same story when we look in San Jose. We'll put a number on the start of the day down here in the South Bay. We're looking at 60 degrees. And for daytime highs today, maybe we get to the low 70s at best. The temperatures are not really changing at all, really, from what we've done over the last few days, and they're not going to change much going into the weekend. We're staying below average, and the question now is, what's up with these clouds? There is a small opportunity you might get a drop of rain over the weekend. If we look at the marine layer, you can see how widespread it is. Everybody's waking up to the gray skies. If we clear it back, as it will by late morning, it's going to be replaced by higher clouds coming in from this weak area of low pressure that's trying to move in off the coast and will move in off the coast over the next few days. It's not here today, so it's just high clouds and daytime highs that are going to warm up into the low 70s inland. We'll be in the mid-60s to the low 70s for much of the rest of the bay. That's what it looks like from the top of Mount Diablo right now. We've already hit sunrise. We're going to look at this area of low pressure sitting off the coast and just show you how likely it is there's rain. I don't have rain in the 7-day forecast, I'll tell you that now, but you might notice a drop, and I'll explain how that might be possible for Saturday and Sunday. But for now, let's see how the drive looks this morning. Gianna.
Darren, I am delivering all kinds of good news on the freeways this morning. So if you are up early on this Friday, happy Friday to you, by the way. Looks like this, no metering lights. It's already 6 o'clock and traffic is pretty light as you head over into San Francisco right now. So good time to be on the roadways. Bay Bridge all clear across the upper deck heading towards 101. If you're coming off the East Shore Freeway, no brake lights there either. Westbound 80 looks good. Golden Gate Bridge off to a great start here as well. We're seeing some pretty light travel conditions as you head along 101 both directions through Marin County heading into San Francisco. Again, we are now getting into that summer traffic pattern, so things get a little light, especially on the weekends as folks get out of town to enjoy their vacation. But San Mateo Bridge looks great. There are some events happening this weekend. I'll show you what to look out for coming up in just a bit. Amanda.
Now to our top stories. Governor Gavin Newsom is looking beyond California to promote gun control. He wants to add a 28th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution to limit access to guns. The proposal would raise the buying age from 18 to 21, call for universal background checks, and set a minimum waiting period to buy a gun. It would also ban civilians from buying assault weapons. Newsom says this would keep the Second Amendment in place, but make it work for the modern world. Passage of the proposal faces long odds. Now, it does have support from gun safety organizations and victims of gun violence, but also you get some pushback from the gun rights lobby and the NRA.
None of the laws that he's proposing has helped California at all. We still have our issues here, and the gun laws haven't changed it.
Some people will say that, common sense gun reform doesn't work, but I actually think that the data clearly shows otherwise. We are one of the most populous states in the country. We have a more diverse population. We do have gun owners. I'm a supporter of the Second Amendment, but at the same time, we need safeguards and guardrails when we're talking about weapons that are designed specifically to kill people.
So to pass, at least 36 states would need to approve Newsom's proposal. The Supreme Court delivered a victory for the Voting Rights Act, which prohibits racial discrimination in voting. In a 5-4 decision, the justices struck down Alabama's Republican-drawn congressional map. That setup includes only one majority black district, despite more than 1/4 of the state's population being black. The ruling requires Alabama to redraw its congressional map to include a second majority black district. That's a look at your top stories. Justin, there's more with the A's.
Yeah, the swings and misses, they just keep going. A new twist in the latest saga of whether the A's will leave Oakland for Vegas. Yesterday, state legislators in Nevada were supposed to be discussing that $380 million public funding bill for the new stadium in a special session. Here's the problem. Most of them, they didn't show up, likely on purpose. For now, it's a strikeout for the team to build a brand new ballpark in Sin City.
This is kind of a 911 emergency call for A's fans. I've been kind of referring to as to just rally together and just fight just to keep the A's in Oakland.
Faithful fans like Anson Casanares wanting to keep the A's rooted in Oakland feel they have some momentum now after Nevada lawmakers failed to vote. The fact that 40 members didn't show up gives fans hope that the city of Oakland is still at play to keep the team. The Nevada legislature couldn't get a quorum to vote. So far, the A's haven't won over several lawmakers demanding to know what the state will get in return. Public comment wasn't very positive. Here's a little exchange between the A's president, Dave Cavell, and a Nevada senator.
It's a yes or no. Will you willingly commit to pay the live entertainment tax in the near future to fix the equity issue that exists?
Like I said, we are committed to being a great community partner in Southern Nevada. And investing, over $1 billion to ensure
that still does not answer the question, sir.
Okay, so now A's fans are hoping Nevada lawmakers pass on what they call a hurried and disorganized attempt by the team to get the stadium deal in Vegas. Since the assembly didn't have a quorum yesterday, lawmakers will be back at this thing on Monday. So that back and forth, it continues, Amanda.